Hey, welcome to Sunday's video. If you haven't been here before on Sunday's video, it's Sunday and we do a video. Well, we do comments on Sunday. Let's just have a look at something that happened this week. Well, a couple of things. Oh, I have to be careful I don't do that, remember, because YouTube didn't like it. No two fingers anymore. What was I going to say? This. Straws. It's cabinet order that is... What? Cabinet order that is basis for single-use plastic ban squashed by court. Liberals strongly consider appeal. Why? Why do you want to appeal it? Just straws. It's plastics. The court said that it was not reasonable to say all plastic manufactured items are toxic and harmful because the category is too broad. Yeah, so plastics. What isn't made of plastic? What doesn't have plastic in it? How can you ban it? You can't ban plastics. It's in everything. It's in coats. You know the Just Stop Oil people? That's like a plasticky rubber yellow jacket that they wear. Yeah, everything is... It's got oil in it. It's got plastic in it. Chrystia Freeland, she said this.
The right to protest is essential to the democracy that we are all so lucky to live in Canada.
So it looks like protests and people's right to protest is actually okay now. After the truckers have proven that it's okay and you can be friendly, even if, like the protests that are going on now, you know what they are, but I don't want to mention it by word. They're pretty violent and rather different to what the trucker protest was. And they're protesting about something that's not even in this country. So, yeah, but apparently that's okay. But if you protest about anything in this country, you better watch your step, guys. Better watch your step. Anyway, I did a video where I had an issue understanding why anybody, even human people, not AI people, that was a good one, but human people vote for Liberals, vote for Trudeau. Why do they do that? Why? Just because they got blue hair, you know, and he's got nice hair, it doesn't mean so you got to vote for him. So I asked you guys, could you explain why people vote for Liberal? And you guys turned up once again. You really turned up. You really gave me plenty of stuff to go on. So let's have a look at some of the replies to start with, and then let's have a look at why there's going to be an election in 9 months. So we'll start with the first one first, or the other one first, blue hair one first. I'm not with it today. I've only had one coffee. Let's start off with R. Rogers.
I ask myself that very same question almost daily. It's baffling.
And Jackie, next door neighbour Jackie. Hi Jackie. Jackie says, and this is honesty for you.
Guilty as charged. It was about giving him another chance, but he needs to leave office. I've done my research.
Yeah, well done Jackie. I don't see you voting for more taxes next time. Now let's get on to the slightly longer comments that explain what people are trying to put into context about Liberal voters. It's serious, but it's not that serious. It's because it's Liberal voters and who can take them seriously. So I pinned this one by Nev because I thought it was a really good breakdown of exactly what we wanted from the comments.
Why do we think fellow Canadians still vote for Trudeau? Great question. Being critical, it may boil down to the following. Ignorance. And I mean that those who still vote for Trudeau don't bother to research or listen or show an interest in what is going on with Canadian politics. Number 2, pride. Some Canadians are too proud to admit they made a mistake voting for the Liberals and are unwilling to accept it. They would rather be lied to and cheated on than change. 3, beliefs. Unfortunately, there are those that have a steadfast belief in the lies and can look past the corruption and are very supportive of the warped ideology that the Liberal government is pushing. They believe that Trudeau is right. Scary, but true. 5. This is somewhat related to ignorance, but I would label it complacency. Some Canadians fail to act until it has direct effect on them. Exactly. Life is good until I am affected by high prices, censorship, dictatorship, food shortages, homelessness, etc., etc. Sadly, by then, it's too late. Those who vote for Trudeau are entitled to. It's a democracy. But Conservatives will win the next election, and it can't happen soon enough.
Thanks, Nev. That sums up a lot of the mindset of some of the Liberal voters. And yeah, when you think about it, now that it's actually affecting their wallet and their pocket, it's like getting a bit annoying. What do you mean? I voted for Liberal because I'm so liberal. What do you mean I got to pay more money? That's basically it. Jean Marie said,
People who are for Liberal, in my view, are those diehards who know they need someone in power that them need to vote and do so blindly, or enjoy the narcissist way of watching people being stripped of their belongings and life. Also, they are from money and have business that benefits from Liberal way. I mean, seriously, this Trudeau regime has not accomplished one thing in 8 years other than divide Canadians and destroy lives.
Definitely 100% divided Canadians. 100%. That goes without saying, Jean Marie. Tony says,
My dad, an immigrant Italian, keeps on voting Liberal because they allowed Italians to immigrate when they were in power. Now my dad and many Italians are truly fed up, and the last straw was when he met with the Italian PM Meloni and tried to humiliate her. Now he calls Trudeau, like the Italians do, a buffoon.
Thanks, Tony. C2 Cats was saying,
In 2015 I was pissed with Harper because his actions affected my day job, so it was the first time I didn't vote, thinking Trudeau might get a minority. Now I've regretted that. Next election I voted Conservative regardless of their leader, but I spoke to people, ones I considered intelligent, informing them of my vote, and their response was, "Oh no, you don't want to do that." I just don't get them. I suspect it has to do with the handouts and other hardcore Liberals. It's in their bloodline.
The handouts, yeah. I think the whole idea of the government giving the handouts is to pay for the votes. That's all it is. Let's get on before the video gets too long. Brian said,
As far as some governments around the world go, they definitely benefit from Trudeau being in power. China, but also Russia and some Middle Eastern countries. The more this government comes down on our oil and gas industry, the more those countries are laughing all the way to the bank. You can count on that. But what's going on through the mind of the Canadian voters that vote for this travesty of a government? ? Housing must affect them. The ridiculous cost of everything must affect them. In the cities, they must see all the homelessness and the drug use. They must also see how crimes have skyrocketed. So why? WTH?
So there you go. You guys have boiled down most things that the Liberals are thinking that they're going to get, and a lot of them didn't get it. And really what they've got now is more tax. But like the comments say, they're probably too proud not to vote where they voted before, and sort of, I don't know, maybe they're just hoping it gets better. Maybe they think like Trudeau and hope Canada will balance itself. It won't. Definitely won't. Not unless something serious happens. Election in 9 months. It's going to happen. I'm sure it is. Frank says,
Bob Rae went down with his ship, but politicians are full of hot air. He popped up as permanent representative of Canada to the United Nations. Wow. Even when they fail, they get rewarded.
Let's hope that Trudeau, like we had Tony Blair. Tony Blair in England, he was a Labour MP, he was Prime Minister, and now he's on some WEF register or something. There should be a WEF, like, destruction register that they should all go on, I suspect. M. Gill says,
The goofball was just up here in the salt, and there was all kinds of people sucking up to him. He came up to give another government company called Algoma money. He also went to the Legion, and if I were there, he would have been heckled saying, "Did you bring a nasty person with you into our Legion, just like you did in our Parliament?" If it were a true company, wouldn't it be able to take care of itself? It's funny, the people that work there all make above average income, not realising that they have just an indirect government job.
that's a good point. A bit like VW and Stellantis coming to Canada to make EV batteries for EVs that will probably not get built because VW, that's another talking point, VW and Stellantis are slowing down making EVs because nobody wants to buy them at the moment. but their government's giving them money to come here and make these batteries. But yeah, shouldn't these multi-million-dollar companies be able to fund themselves? Don't you think? Wouldn't you think so? If not, who's pulling all the money out of these companies and putting it in their own bank accounts? What's going on? Anyway, till next time, guys.